welcome! You are joining us for another yoga class. So what are we doing today, Ava? So today we're doing inversions. We're going upside down. She is actually really good at handstands already. It's incredible. It's not going to be a toddler handstand practice class because toddlers don't really do real handstands, but she tries. She is very strong for her size. Don't let this little size deceive you. She likes to play rough, don't you? Rough. So we're going to be doing some inversions today because sometimes when I practice, I notice the thing that provides the most relief really quick and the biggest overall shift in perspective when I'm running around this little one is going upside down. So we're going to do a few different inversions in our practice today. You'll need wall space for that. Right, Miss Ava? A few more active inversions and then maybe some semi-restful ones. I say semi because she'll still be running around, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, let's get started. Oh my goodness! And she's already doing her downward facing dog. Can you do a handstand? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! You are up in the air. Wow. As I said, this is not an inversion class for toddlers, but this is an inversion class with a beautiful toddler who already is doing some crazy things. Like this downward facing dog. Believe it or not, well, you probably do believe it. Downward facing dog is an inversion and it is one that is taught very often in yoga classes. So the beautiful Ava is demoing that and we'll do it together. But before we do, just a nice cats and cows to open up space around the chest, around the back body. Wow, even your bear is going to do a handstand? Yeah, is he going to do downward dog? Your teddy bear? Oh my goodness, that's great. So just some movement on the spine. Oh my goodness, great job. And then we will walk the hands forward, tuck the toes under, and lift into down dog. So you're creating this V shape with the body. Grounding down into the knuckle pads, grounding down into the balls of the feet. Spreading through the toes. Creating some nice long length through the spine. And it's kind of nice just to hang out here for a few moments. Yeah. It's nice to nod the head, yes, shake it no a few times just to release any tension that's hanging out in the neck. We'll tap the knees back down. Oh my goodness. Wow, you have a candle. So an inversion is anything where the head goes below the level of the heart. That's the definition we're using here today. And that's a candle. Is it a hat? Oh, it's a hat. It's a candle, but it's a hat. So we're going to be making our way into some handstand variations. But before we get there, we'll just keep warming up a little. Before doing handstands, I like to do a few rounds of sun salutations. So we'll just come from downward facing dog. We'll tiptoe up to the front of the mat. Roll to standing. I'm going to reach the arms up. And hands into heart center. I have a couple of videos where I break down the movements of handstands, so I won't be breaking it down today, but know that you can watch any of those if you... Oh my goodness, let's put that up. That is glass, so we're going to put that up. You're super silly though. Wow. So I'll link to the videos that break down the sun salutations in the description. But for now, I'll just do a few and I'll speed it up. Okay, so that was about 5 rounds of sun salutations. So just a little bit of movement to warm up the body. And then we're going to start some prep for handstands. You do not have to go into a handstand if you're watching this video. I really like going into handstands, but I also really like the prep because it still turns you upside down, shifts your perspective. So just a word of advice and just a general precaution. If you are doing inversions with this video, even things like downward facing dog, those type of inversions generally are not recommended if you have glaucoma or experience, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, pregnant in the second or third trimester, those types of things. You probably don't want to be going upside down. But listen to your body, listen to your medical provider, all of that. Just have to put that out there. But if you are up for handstanding, we'll start with just a little bit of a half dog at the wall. This is one of my favorite yoga postures. It's great prep for a handstand and it's great to lengthen the spine. And even if you're not doing inversions, you can still do this. So it's just placing the hands on the wall and lengthening. You're creating an L at the wall, so you're in a 90-degree angle. And then you just pause and breathe here. Okay, close the eyes, and let everything settle. Oh yeah. And then to come out of this, walk back towards the wall. Stage 2 of handstanding is another L at the wall, but you're reversing the shape. So now the feet are going to be here and the hands are going to be down. To come into that shape, one way to measure out where to stand is to come into a Paschimottanasana at the wall or a seated forward fold at the wall. So another L at the wall. Your butt comes back to the wall, back of the skull comes back to the wall. And then you don't have to fold forward, but coming into a handstand does require some opening of the hamstrings. So you might just take a gentle fold forward. Notice where your feet are on your mat. You might take something to mark that distance. I'm going to take this feather, and that is the line where you will place your hands. So once you have, oh, my line disappeared, but I kind of know where I'll be. So from that line, you'll place your hands there, shoulders width apart, and then you'll lift your legs up the wall. You come into an L. And then you'll hold. Uh-oh, Ava. Now this is a lot harder than a handstand. It requires a lot of strength. It also builds strength for inversions. And you only have to be there a few seconds because you will feel something there. But it's nice to come out and into and out of a few times, again, to warm up the upper body, prepare the body for handstanding, and really build the core strength and arm strength that you need to come into handstands. So you can do that a couple of times. So coming back to the wall, finding your spot, hands, shoulders width apart, and you walk up the wall. Level 2 is to lift a leg. Woo! Hello, Ava. Haha, you scared me. Oh, wow! Good job! You're really good at that. Wow. See, downward facing dog just builds into handstand, and for her, maybe a little headstand. Wow. Great job. Hi. Where's your plant?
Yeah.
Do you want to get your plant and bring it to mommy? So maybe one more time going upside down in that L shape. So hands place, legs lift, and maybe you lift one leg, maybe you lift the other after coming into this. Hello? Maybe not both at once. Whoa. Was mommy upside down?
Mama.
Mom goes upside down. Stage 3. After you've done that L at the wall, after you've done the L at the wall and the other L at the wall, the 2 versions of L at the wall, is to come into a standing split and then do a few hops from there. So standing split is palms down at the wall, maybe about 6 inches from the wall, palms down. Well, before you ground your palms, actually ground your feet. Let's start with the right foot, fingertips ground, and then the left foot lifts. And then the palms ground entirely, and you lift onto the tippy toe. And then it's just a gentle shift of your weight from here. You're just rocking into the hands. It does not matter how high this left leg goes for now. And we'll switch sides. Before we do, we'll pause in that half dog for a moment. Oh my goodness. Wow, hello. That's Mommy's sock.
Hi.
You said a telephone?
Dada.
Ha!
Dada.
And then we'll go to the second side. So, left foot grounds, fingertips ground, right leg lifts. The leg can be kind of open to an angle when you aren't handstanding. You want the legs to be a little more squared. But for this, it can open to a little angle. Palms can ground, and then you can rock your weight forward and back. You may notice a big difference in flexibility between the 2 legs. I definitely do in my body. Wow. Left side is a lot more open than right for me. But that I hear is rare. Usually right side is a little more open than left. And then as you're rocking, you want to think about drawing your belly in. So a little bit of core engagement. After a few of those rocks, come back to your half dog. Just pause a couple moments here. And then when you feel ready, you can add a little hop from those rocks. Full disclosure, it is more yogi style to actually transfer the weight instead of hopping. That's just better, you know, a better show of strength to just transfer the weight instead of hopping up into handstand. I can't do that. I can't come into handstand just by transferring my weight. I have to have a little hop. You don't want to go crazy with the hops, that is for sure, or else you can injure yourself. So it's just really small hop, hop, hops. So even just little bunny hops to start. And then they can become just a little bigger. Well, if you have a little one running around, be careful here. And then maybe you catch some hang time. So little bunny hops, you can switch legs. And then a little bit of hang time. Whoa! Oh, be careful of your toddler. It's a magic wand. Flippino. That's good. So just keep going a few of those. Just playing around. Wow. If at any point you become dizzy, just come back into that half dog at the wall. And once you're done with that, find your half dog at the wall. Take a couple breaths there. We will end by coming into another L shape at the wall. This time, we make our way all the way down to the mat. and take a legs up the wall. Ava generally does not let me rest very long. So if I come into any restful shapes like this, I typically get awakened pretty quickly, but we'll see how long this lasts. So legs up the wall. Can you try this?
Mama.
So your bum comes to the baseboard of the wall, and then make sure you're clear of toddlers as you lift your legs up. And this is what happens if you're not clear of toddlers. So the legs just inch up the wall. Bonk.
Mama.
What you doing down here? And then we'll take our little mini shavasana right here. The arms can come into a T shape or into a goalpost shape. And let yourself unwind.
Papa. Papa. Mama.
Oh, hi. And Ava says it's time to wake up. She says, oh, it's a nice nap, Mommy.
Ow.
Hi. Are you ready to go up? Up. Oh, bonk. So you just rock to one side and lift up into a seat. Coming upright, just take a few moments because we have been upside down for most of this practice. So let everything settle as you come back to upright, back to reality. Ava, do you want to say bye-bye?
Yeah.
Yeah, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Yeah.
Can you clap? Namaste. Big hug. Yeah, good job. Big hug. Big hug. Push the button. Ooh. Okay, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.